In the last lecture, we saw the introduction to Z transform, and we know the Z transform of a discrete time signal xn, which we represent by xz, is equal to the summation from n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity signal xn multiplied to z power minus n. And now in this lecture we will understand the condition for the existence of Z transform. The condition for the existence of Z transform is very easy to understand. We simply need to calculate the modulus of the Z transform. So we have mod xz, and the calculated modulus should be less than infinity. This means it should be finite. Now we know xz is equal to this. So from here we can say that we have mod summation n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity signal xn multiplied to z power minus n should be less than infinity. We can take out summation out of the modulus. So we have summation n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity mod xn multiplied to z power minus n, and this should be less than infinity. And we know z is the complex variable and it is equal to r multiplied to e power j omega. So in place of z we will write this. So in the next step we have summation n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity mod signal xn multiplied to r multiplied to e power j omega power minus n, and this should be less than infinity. In the next step I will make few rearrangements. I will keep xn and r power minus n together, xn and r power minus n together, and I will keep e power j omega minus n, that is e power minus j omega n alone, and this should be less than infinity. Now we know that mod e power minus j omega n will have the magnitude equal to 1. So we can write 1 in place of mod e power minus j omega n. So we have summation from n equal to minus infinity to infinity mod signal xn multiplied to r power minus n, and this should be less than infinity. So this is our final condition. This is the condition for the existence of Z transform, and now from this condition we will obtain the condition for the existence of discrete time Fourier transform, and for that we will make r equal to 1. When r is equal to 1 we have summation n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity mod signal xn less than infinity, and this is nothing but the condition for a signal to be absolutely summable. So here we are having the condition for a signal to be absolutely summable, and the absolutely summable signals will have the existing discrete time Fourier transform. So remember, this is the condition for the existence of discrete time Fourier transform. Now let us solve one example problem in which we will calculate the region of convergence using this condition. The discrete time signal xn is equal to 2 power n multiplied to un, and we are required to calculate the region of convergence. So let's use this condition. In place of xn we have 2 power n multiplied to un. So we have summation from n equal to minus infinity to plus infinity mod 2 power n un r power minus n. Now we will simplify this. Because of un, we will perform the summation from n equal to 0 to plus infinity, and inside the modulus we will have 2 power n multiplied to r power minus n. 2 power n multiplied to r power minus n we can write as 2 r power minus 1 power n. Now the mod of 2r power minus 1 power n will be equal to 2r power minus 1 power n. So we have summation n equal to 0 to infinity 2r power minus 1 power n. Now let us expand the summation. When n is equal to 0, we have 1. When n is equal to 1, we will have 2 r power minus 1. Similarly, when n is equal to 2, we have 2 r power minus 1 square, and so on. And from the condition, it is clear that this should be less than infinity. So I will write it here. 1 plus 2r power minus 1 plus 2r power minus 1 square and so on should be less than infinity. And it will be less than infinity only when 2r power minus 1 is less than 1 but greater than minus 1. This implies we are having the mod of 2r power minus 1 less than 1. And from here we can say that 2 over r is less than 1. So finally we are getting r is greater than 2, or we can write mod z is greater than 2 because r is the magnitude of z, therefore we have mod z. So this is the required region of convergence.